Okie dokie. I don't have a faces you know, names you don't this week, so.
Fuck you.
What have you been up to lately, sir?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Nope.
That's
I ain't done shit.
shocking.
Yeah, no, I haven't done anything. Not a single goddamn thing.
So what have you actually been doing then? You had to have been doing something.
Just told you.
You're just sleeping?
Nope.
Are you a robot? Or are you in like power down mode or something?
Yeah, I was powered down. Just powered down, just... That's me doing nothing. Oh, fuck.
So you're not my real brother then?
No. I'm his sexier body double.
I loved how long you just went with that.
I was waiting for you to say something, but you never did.
I was waiting. I was just trying to see how long we could go with seeing you mimic being powered down.
It would be interesting to see how long people would continue to listen if we just...
Yeah, I couldn't do it
before they were like, fuck it, they're not saying another thing. Jeez, smoke another one. Why don't you?
I will.
I will. Thanks.
But from there's like He-Man comics or Masters of the Universe comics and shit. Anyway, based on some concept art that I saw, a remake for that could be pretty cool. I mean, and it could have Dolph Lundgren in it again.
What?
'Cause he was in. I mean, I'm not saying that it will, but it's going to. But it could. He's still alive, and he's in like the Expendables
That
and
would
shit
be
like that.
crazy.
I appreciate the sarcastic enthusiasm, sir.
Just
but
trying
no.
to get into it.
Remaking Masters of the Universe. That's not a terrible idea if they do it right.
They should make a Castle of Grayskull movie.
They should.
That would be sweet.
That would be cool. Maybe they'll make their own little Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Like Marvel.
Yeah.
And DC.
Yeah.
And everybody else that's doing it.
Yeah, because Skeletor was my shit when I was little.
Yeah, dude. Frank Langella. You know who that is?
No.
He's in a lot of shit. I'll post a picture right now.
Right here.
But, yeah, he was Skeletor. He was a beast, too, as Skeletor in the original, like, 80s movie. Because Dolph Lundgren. That's why I brought up Dolph Lundgren. He played He-Man.
Oh. Interesting.
Do you know who Dolph Lundgren is?
Yeah. He's the Russian dude that...
yeah, Ivan Drago.
Yeah, that beat the fuck out of...
He fucking killed...
Rocky.
Yeah, he killed Apollo Creed, son. He killed him right there in the ring.
Straight
Beat
up
the fuck
killed
out of
him.
Yep, died.
Killed him.
That dude
Like,
died right there in the ring.
Fell.
Yeah.
And died.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Mock.
Yeah.
Bing. Bird.
Yeah, let's see Lights Out Hughes pull a Dolph Lundgren.
No, don't do that. That could be traumatizing. Jeffrey probably doesn't want to kill somebody in the ring. Unless he really wants to kill somebody in the ring.
Maybe he does.
Did Ivan Drago want to kill Apollo Creed? Like, was that his intention?
I don't know.
Let's
watch the replay.
And the Lakers also right-handed stagger Creed is down. Apollo is down, and he could be badly hurt.
I think he did.
I think he did. I wonder if they know that we didn't actually watch it and that you just did that randomly. Yeah, they do now.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Hunter S. Thompson, the
No.
writer? Oh,
No.
okay. Johnny Depp played him twice in a movie.
Oh.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, which is
Mhm.
right there on the wall. I don't know if that's in the frame. But And in that movie, The Rum Diary, that came out in like 2012 or something.
Yeah.
Good shit.
I like rum.
I definitely.
I've done a few movies. And TV
Yeah,
shows.
I know. I think I mentioned something to a friend of mine at work the other day about Earth Angel.
Yeah. Earth Angel was a lot of fun. I did it with Eric Estrada. Eric and I became very good friends. Cindy Williams was in it. Kathy Podwell was the main star, and she played Callie on the TV series Dallas.
And Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill was
Luke
there. In fact, I used to
Skywalker.
have lunch with Luke Skywalker every day. And it was a lot of fun.
And this is after Star Wars, so he was.
This was after Star Wars. Yeah. This movie was called Earth Angel.
Yeah. And it was about like the girl died in a car
She
accident.
died in a car accident, and her ghost was attached to the car. And then later in life, this girl got this car. They restored the car from the junkyard. They restored the car, painted it, everything, and she got it as a gift. And but only the girl could see the ghost.
The ghost girl.
Yeah, the ghost girl was played by Kathy Podwell.
And this was like the girl died like back in like the
In the 50s.
1950s,
Right.
and this was like the 80s.
Yeah, it was like the 70s.
And the
I think
girl,
it's
the girl
80s.
that got the car later was in the 80s,
Right.
and the ghost was like
What it was is-
basically possessed the car.
Kathy, I don't remember her name in the show or his, but Kathy and Eric were out on a date. They were going to the school prom, and on the way to the prom, they get in this automobile accident, and Eric goes on to the school prom, and she goes to the morgue, and they want to know, where is she? Where is she? And he said, well, we got into an accident, and they said, well, is she all right? Is she all right? And he goes, no, she's dead. And he went on to the.
He just left and went to the school
Yeah,
dance.
he left and went on to the school dance.
What a
He was covered in
fucking
blood, but
dick.
he went on the school dance.
What a jerk!
And then on into the future,
It's senior
then
prom. I ain't missing this.
Mark becomes a school teacher in the movie, and it's a really good movie. Then I did High School USA
No, I remember liking
with
that.
Michael J. Fox.
I watched it as a kid. Yeah, High School USA. I forgot about that.
Yeah, High School USA was with Michael J. Fox. I did that one, and Nancy McKeon, and all the kid stars out of like the day's sitcoms were the students, and all the old stars, the old kid stars like Jerry Mathers, who played the Beaver on Leave It to Beaver,
Yeah.
and Tony Dow. Tony Dow plays the principal. Dwayne Hickman, who played Dobie Gillis, was in the show. Gilligan.
From Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, Gilligan's Island. Bob Denver.
Yeah.
Bob Denver, but
I
even
always get him
before
and
that,
John
he was
Denver.
on Dwayne Hickman's show with Dobie Gillis. He played Maynard G. Krebs on that show, and then he went on to become on Gilligan's Island, which was very successful. And also in the show was the girl that played Marianne
From Gilligan's Island.
from Gilligan's Island.
she was
also in the movie.
smoking back in the
She
day.
still is.
Anytime
She
I hear the
still
name
is.
John
Really?
Denver, I always think of that from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah,
where he's
it's like that John
These
Denver."
Rockies aren't very rocky. Yeah, that John Denver is full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Dawn Wells played Marianne. And I mean, when I was in school, it was always, well, okay, what do you think? I just drew a blank. They say that mind is the second thing to go, but no, it's always, like, is it going to be Dawn Wells or is it going to be Ginger or Marianne? It was the way it went. Everybody look at each other and go,
Marianne.
okay, Ginger or Marianne? Which one would you date?
Marianne.
Marianne, definitely.
Honestly, I would go with Marianne too because Ginger just seemed too high maintenance. She'd probably cheat on your ass. Right. When you were away
I
at
could
work.
never imagine why, if it's a 3-hour boat ride, why did they take all those clothes?
That's
They
true.
had clothes, they had costumes. I mean, Mr. Howell had a whole suitcase full of money, which was totally worthless, but he still flashed it around.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they came up with stuff that, and you're thinking, it was just a 3-hour boat ride. Mm-hmm. And the professor could take 2 coconuts and a string and make a radio, but he couldn't patch a 3-foot hole in a boat.
Well, actually, I remember there was an episode where they did patch the hole in the boat because they made like some type of syrup out of sap for
Oh
pancakes.
yeah, but it was water soluble.
Yeah. And
it dissolved in the
patched it,
water.
and they tried to leave the island, but it came undone and the boat sank again. So, but it must have happened pretty close because they eventually did get off the island in the last episode.
Yeah, they did.
And
Well,
they
on
got-
the last
spoiler
episode, and then
alert.
they did a TV special.
Yeah, spoiler
about
alert.
Escape from Gilligan's Island. They did a TV show, which was a TV movie, and then they did another one after that called Return to Gilligan's Island.
Oh, see, I just remember. I didn't know all that, but I just remember in the last episode they all got back together like a year later or something.
Yeah.
Got back on the boat to do another 3-hour tour, and they got stuck on the island.
Well, I think there's only a couple of them that are still alive. I know Russell, who played the professor. He passed. Ginger's still around. Marianne's definitely still around. I just saw her just a couple months ago, and talked to her. And but the rest of them are pretty much gone. Skipper's gone. They're all gone. They've all passed.
Something interesting about the guy that played the professor. There was there was a story going around on the internet, and I think it later came out that it was a hoax. But there was a guy that was doing his autopsy, and the guy who did the autopsy actually survived an encounter with the Zodiac Killer. And the guy said that when he took the sheet off of him to do his autopsy, when he looked at him, the image he saw of the Zodiac Killer was his face. So he claimed that the guy who played the professor was the Zodiac Killer.
I think he's crazy.
Which later it became out. I'm pretty sure I read that it was a hoax.
Russell was not a Zodiac Killer. He was one of the nicest, most mild-mannered men you've ever met.
Well, there was more to explain it that made it seem a little more plausible, but I just thought it was like who would have ever thought to come up with that bullshit?
Yeah.
But no, I thought just a little weird fact that this happened like last year or something.
My
reference back to Peter Guthrie.
Nice.
My third, fourth pro fight, I was fighting a guy that he's tough. Like, you can hit him with a 2x4, he's not going away. And a lot of people thought I was in over my head. But I wanted to fight him, and he was tough, and he's a nice guy and all, but a lot of people thought I was going to lose. So it got in my head a little bit, and I was like, man, maybe this guy's tougher than I thought he was. And I went in there, beat him up, and it's pretty much like just this, proved to everybody like this guy's not in my league. So that was a good feeling.
Pretty quick.
Yeah.
No, it went all 3 rounds. It was the only fight that I went all 3 rounds in, but I won every single round. Pretty good.
So is that spinning back kick? Is that like your move now? That's
everybody.
Is that your go-to knockout move?
No.
When you're ready to call it quits, you're just like, fuck it, here's my move.
Yeah. No. That's what everybody talks about though.
It was a sweet move.
Yeah,
the
it
video
was
pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
You just came out and he looked like he was, I don't know what the fuck he looked like, but you just, boom, there it was, and it was done.
I threw that kick because I thought the round was close, and it was more just to get the audience to go ooh and ah, like, ooh, that looked cool. I didn't think I was going to hit him with it, but I tried to, and I kicked him. I didn't turn all the way around like you're supposed to. I turned back around, and it seemed like slow motion, but I seen the whole crowd get up and go nuts. And I kind of looked over my shoulder, and I see him laying there, and I'm like, I didn't think I hit him. I'm like, holy shit, that just happened.
Yeah.
And it took me a second to like even react. I was like, oh, okay, fight's over.
No, I could tell. Like even in like your celebration afterwards, when it like you just seemed like you didn't see that coming at all.
No,
which
no.
I didn't either. Like watching the fight, I was like, oh shit, and then it was just like, oh shit. But it was surprising and well done, sir.
Yeah, that was the guy that I was really worried about fighting. He had a lot of experience. He's fought in Strikeforce, which was a big promotion a few years back. He's fought 2 former world champions. He was 6'7". He's huge, just giant man.
Yeah, he was a big guy.
And I was
6'7".
6
How tall are you?
6'2".
Wow.
So at weigh-in, and he's cut up, and it looks the part. And during the stare-off after weigh-ins, I was looking at him like, oh shit, like what did I sign up for? But I just went in there. Once you're in there, it's like it's go time. I don't care who's who I'm fighting. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to knock your head off.
Shit.
So,
damn, going into who's mode. J. Who's mode.
Yep, that's what it is.
I like it.
You want to fight?
Right now?
Well, I don't know if he's
Are you
ready,
challenging
but I'm
him?
just wondering if you want to fight him.
Oh, you're gonna fight me?
No.
Come on, man. No, when I made that challenge,
not
that was
me.
backyard wrestling all the way. He destroyed me. So.
He does have your belt.
I'm gonna win that back too. I'm gonna get that one too.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Mr.
No,
Hollywood's
I'm
coming
down.
out of retirement.
Yes, Mr. fucking Hollywood.
Real quick too, before we're done, I want to tell JJ, Mr. Jeremy Rogers, that no, Conor McGregor will kick the shit out of Diaz. I saw your comment, and
For real though.
I love you, buddy, but you can go fuck yourself.
No, for real though. Like that's why I said nobody asked you, Dick, because I was sharing that to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, it was all in good fun. I know JJ, so I know.
No, and I know JJ too. I love the guy to death.
But that's why he just laughed. You know what I mean?
even
He
with
typed,
his
"Ha, ha, ha."
even with his terrorist beard that he's sporting these days. By the way, I see JJ at Maslin Walmart all the time, or I used to. And if I wave to him next time like I did the last time and he doesn't wave back to me when he's looking right at me, I'm going to walk up and hit you.
You hear that, dude? You hear
So,
that?
and I'm going to hit you like Conor McGregor is going to hit Diaz and knock his ass out.
Oh,
But he was looking
Thanks for
right
sticking
at me
around.
when I waved at him, and he looked at me like he didn't know who I was. Dick.
yeah. It
Just
is a
kidding.
dick, but we love him. He's our dick. He's our big fat Italian dick.
He's our big fat Italian dick.
I guess I'm gonna have to tag him in this. I don't know if he actually watches, but I'll have to tell him. Game of Thrones. We both love Game of Thrones. What have you been thinking of the season so far?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jon Snow came back.
He certainly did.
Last time we spoke about it, he hadn't yet.
I recently, well, and I was telling you this earlier, I recently found out that him and the Wildling girl are a
actually
couple in
dating.
real life.
Yeah.
And
Are they still, or were they just for a...
no, they still are.
Oh, wow, good for him, because she's cute.
She is hot.
Yes.
You put her against Miss Veronica Vaughn, and
That Veronica Vaughn is one hot piece of ash. Anyway, go ahead.
yeah, I don't know where I was going with it, but
No, her name's a great on the show, though. Great.
Egret,
Yeah, like
Egret?
Igrite, I believe.
Egret.
Whatever. Anyway, that's her name. I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
her name in real life, but she is very cute.
I
Very
know
good.
she was naked in the one episode, and good freaking lord,
Yeah.
I had
No,
a
she's
boner for
very-
like a week.
Jesus, I think you're supposed to see a doctor if it's anything longer than like 4 hours, and that's if you're on
If it's longer
Viagra.
than 4 hours, I'm bragging. I'm not going to a doctor. I'm going to find something else to put it in.
A watermelon, apparently, in the microwave. People do that all the time.
You can do that.
Supposedly, I've heard it in many a movie and TV show.
A watermelon in a microwave?
Yeah, like not too hot or you burn yourself, I guess. But or there's
I don't-
this
yeah,
thing
I
they
don't
make
think I
in
would do
prison called a fifi, I believe. You know what that is?
No.
The one time my friend Tyler told me back in the day was we went to the Stark County Jail for a field trip and just walked through the place, took like a tour, walked through the cells and shit with like all the like inmates and shit in there. They were yelling at us. We went through the women's section, and the one girl was like getting ready to strip for us. She's like, "Oh, all the little kiddies are here. I better start taking my clothes off." She said something like that, but and started to, and then the guard had to like put her in line. Anyway, he told me that one of the inmates in there told him that about a fifi, what a fifi is, and apparently he described it as a Pringle can with like bubble wrap and a glove and shit, or something like that, or like I don't know what it was, but it involved a Pringles can, I think bubble wrap, and a fucking rubber glove. Are you gonna write it down? I'm sure you can look it up on the internet, but I just thought it was so funny
Pringles
that he was.
can, bubble wrap,
I believe
rubber
the
glove.
story because it was either the truth, or Tyler just did this on his own one day or something and passed it off as it. But because it was a very detailed description from what I remember. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure you
Sounds
can.
interesting.
You've seen those like fleshlight things before, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, all that is just like soft rubber that you lube up and
Put your penis in?
yeah, like I mean, it's all physics and like friction and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you could probably create.
I'm getting
something
turned on.
yourself. Sorry,
Let's talk about something
I don't want to be
else.
the reason you're turned on. That makes me feel weird.
Anyway,
That's all just
it's well, a little bit. So
Oh,
yeah, it's you plug it in, And when you plug it in, you got to log into your Amazon, and it basically sets everything up for you. But then you go into settings, and then that's kind of where they hide the program.
Okay.
And you go to the program and you click it, and it's basically like the Amazon or the Netflix or Hulu. You just go into the program and you search for whatever you're looking for, and then it scans the internet and finds
Oh, wow.
that program that you want to watch, and it'll show like Game of Thrones 2000 whatever year it started. You click on that, and then it gives you all the seasons, every single season, every single episode, and then you click on the season you want to watch, and it gives you
No, I got you. It's basically
episode
like,
1, episode 2, episode
like
3,
Couch
4.
Tuner or One Channel or any of those websites you go to, and you can stream
Yeah.
all the shit you want to
Yeah,
watch.
but
on there.
it's basically pulling the information
But
from those.
it's like on a little hard drive that plugs in.
It looks just like a little flash drive
That's
that you plug
insane,
right into your
man.
computer
That's insane.
or
Like,
your TV. I mean,
think about that, Joe. Think about, like, now everything is stored on little zip drives. This shit is like this big. Some of them even smaller. Some of them are just like fucking little cards, tiny little cards. Now, back in the day, to store digital information like that, or any kind of information like that, they had to have like entire fucking warehouses full of just a giant computer.
Mhm.
You know? And like the first like versions of storing like analog music and shit was on like records.
Yeah.
Like that shit was fucking huge.
yeah,
Now, after that, they go to like cassette tape or like 8 tracks, which is slightly more compact. Sounds shittier, but slightly more compact. Then they go to like cassette tapes. Then 80s come around, they get like CDs and shit. MP3 play, like it's all
Yeah. It's crazy.
half the shit you can't even play on something. Like, because you don't have the machines anymore to play it. So,
Right.
like, who do you know that has a fucking 8-track player?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Eric Foreman.
Yeah, a fictional character. Like, I have a VCR, you know what I mean? That'll play VHS tapes, but how many people you know that still have a VCR? Probably a few people still. It hasn't been
Dad.
that long. Yeah, Dad's still taping shit off television when he has a DVR that he doesn't even know. I'm just kidding, Dad. I love you.
But no, yeah,
But-
you're right. Something as small as this, you can plug in and access the world. Basically.
Yeah, dude, shit.
I mean,
that
literally.
shit that you couldn't fit on stuff. Like, remember floppy disks?
Yep, I do remember floppy.
Remember
disks.
those big plastic ones they'd always
That
give you
you'd
at school for
yep.
Mac? They were like, they were literally floppy. Like, floppy disks weren't floppy at all, but
Yeah.
these fucking black things were.
Yep, I do remember those.
And yeah, you could barely fit anything on there.
Mhm.
Like, you could fit almost nothing on there now.
Yeah.
That is so tiny compared to this tiny thing.
Right. Well,
That could store like half your computers.
and if you want to go even
Data.
further, like you said, you've got an entire warehouse full of computer that's just storage space, and you're talking 25, 30 years ago to now, you can do the exact same thing from this.
Yep.
Everything that it took.
You
a
needed a
huge-
whole fucking media center to do all this shit, and now it's all in one app on your phone.
Yep. It's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, there's been, I think it's been like 80 different formats of video over time. 80 different formats of video,
Really.
and I'm talking like for
From
people who don't know
film
what I
all
mean.
the way up to digital.
Yeah, like from like just celluloid film, you know what I mean? Like what they shoot movies on, like, well, now they do digital too, but to like reel to reel type shit, and like VHS, like all those different laser discs, all those different crazy forms of formats of video that were out there that people could buy and like have and shit. There's been 80 different kinds, and I think damn near 75% of them, I think, was because I watched a documentary, and this is where I'm getting this information. It's called Side by Side. It's really good. It's actually hosted and narrated by Keanu Reeves. Really good movie.
I love him.
Side by Side's really good. Anyway, but like I think it was like 70% of them. There's not even machines anymore to play them. That's why film is so important to a lot of people, because film will, as long as it's taken care of, will last forever. All you have to do is shine light through it, and you can watch it.
Right.
Like the whole fucking world could go up, but if this little film canister was untouched in the ground or something, and aliens find it, they could get a fucking glimpse of what the world was like because of that.
Which, if you think about it, it's kind of crazy because
all the machines are gone and shit. That data's gone forever.
Right.
That never existed, really, if you think about it.
And that's kind of where I'm going with this. If you think about it, everyone gets so excited about all this new technology. With, just as an example, even the camera that's looking at us right now.
This is digital.
It's
this
all
is all
digital.
Mm-hmm.
So if that thing runs out of power, this whole video is gone. If
not so much. There's backup. There's a hard drive built into this camera, so it's backing it up. Anything I got is there, but it's going to stop just like a tape would, and you still have it.
But you'll never see it without power.
Early versions of like digital cameras and stuff like that, you would lose all your information if that shit just went ape shit or died on you. You could possibly lose like everything you just got.
Well, what I'm talking about though is if say the apocalypse happened, whatever happened, there's no power.
Yeah,
all that's gone. And like you're talking about with film, you could literally, as long as you shine light through it, you can look at it.
Well, it's not even a matter of power. There could be power if you don't have the machine it takes to play that specific type of digital information. You can't play it.
Right, it's gone.
Like, imagine if no one on the earth knew how to make or what a VCR was, but they found fucking Star Wars on VHS and was like, what is this? I want to see this. You know what I mean?
And then they watch it and think it's real. And
they can't. They could never watch it. To them, it's just a fucking piece of something that has a cool picture on it and a cool description. Like,
right.
Film, just shine a light through it, and you'll see the movements with every different frame and shit. Like, you might, depending on the capabilities they have and shit, maybe there's sound. You can get sound off this fucking whatever, but like, it's still there.
Right. What was trying to think what the dude's name was from Napoleon Dynamite, the brother? Kip. Where he sang the song at his wedding. I love technology.
Oh, yeah.
Not as much as you see, but I still love technology.
Domo. 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 Domo.
Domo, domo.
Domo.
Domo arigato, Mr. Ribato.
Domo.
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 Domo, domo.
Domo. Domo.
Push it real good.
Push it real good.
Push it. Push it real good. Yo, baby pops. Yeah, you come here, give me a kiss.
You forgot the salt and pepper here. Salt and pepper, salt and pepper, salt and pepper here. I don't remember much after that, though.
There's something that I want to bring up. I'll make it quick.
But go ahead.
Well, basically, I wanted to say that my girlfriend and I took our little girl to a little water park today, and I noticed something.
Okay. Is this the first in a long time, but the return of Jay's "fuck you" for the week?
It's
this week's "fuck you"?
It's kind of a. It's more of a to the parents. What the fuck is wrong with you?
All right, so maybe we should turn it into a 50-50 chance of what Jay could have to say this week. So we'll make it like like if it's a fuck you type deal, it'll be like, this is fuck you with Jay, and or this is Jay's fuck you for the week, whatever week.
Yeah.
It slowly becomes over time. I'm sure it'll find its own way. And then like if it's something along these lines or whatever, we'll call it like Jay's what the fuck for the week.
There you go.
This week's what the fuck. from
What the
Jay.
fuck?
All right,
What the fuck?
but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, so we're at this beach, or this water park beach area, and we get there, and I'm looking around, and I'm seeing all these people. They're out playing in the water, and I see these two girls come in, and they're with grown-ups, obviously older than them. At the time, I didn't realize it was probably parents, but I see these two girls, off to the side of us, and they're walking in, and I'm thinking, holy crap! I mean, this girl looked like, wow.
Good. You look good.
She looked good, but she's wearing these really short little jean shorts and this like little top, and she pulls the top off, and I'm seeing now. Keep in mind, I'm seeing this girl from behind.
Okay.
And she's pulling this top off, and she's, you can see the strings for her bathing suit top, and then she like undoes her little tiny jean shorts, and she does that whole bend over thing and pulls the shorts down, and she's
Like
wearing
in that like total seductive type way.
yeah, and she's wearing her bikini bottoms, which are I was thinking, wow, and the girl is very well built, to say the least.
Okay. You're very descriptive. I like it. It's good for a podcast.
Well, I'm just saying, the girl was very well built. I mean, they were quite large, and
Okay. Good to know.
and she was shapely. I don't know how old this girl was, but when she turned around, she was younger than.
I don't like where this is going.
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, I'm
I
just
don't like where
saying
this is
that
going.
when she turned around and I actually saw the girl's face, and I realized, okay, those are her parents, and this girl is. There was no way she was even 18.
Oh, how old do you think? Give us a rough estimate.
15, maybe.
15.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
But I just
That's
know
not
that.
great, but that's.
I
not
just know that
terrible, awful.
as a
Like,
parent,
absolutely. I don't know.
as a parent, there is,
I
first of all,
wouldn't.
no way my daughter would be wearing shorts that short.
Yes.
And then there is no way she would have been wearing the bathing suit she was wearing.
At 15, no.
And she may have been younger. But
I mean, I'm not
saying
seeing it,
she
but-
was very well developed.
Okay, but I mean, like, that's not out of the ordinary. There's girls that like, I can remember a time I was back at Tyler's house, and like a distant cousin or something was over, and I mean, she wasn't like attractive or anything. Like, I mean, she wasn't ugly. I'm not saying the discussion we were having wasn't about how attractive she was, but his sister comes over and says, "Hey, how old do you think she is?" And I was like, I don't know, like 12 or something. She goes, "That girl was fucking 9." Girl was 9 years old, and she appeared to be 12 to me. And 12 compared to, I mean, it's only what, 3 years? So like, that's not that far of a distance. She wouldn't be too different in like size and development, but the girl looked like she was fucking 12 years old, and 12 is old enough. They're developing. They have grown from a child into like a preteen, almost they're entering the adult phase of their life. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
But so I think it's like all the crazy shit we eat these days. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and I've read things before too where they talk about the hormones in the meats and just all the chemicals and everything they put in our food and how the kids are developing early.
Yeah.
And I mean, even
Well,
not just
that-
with girls, even with boys. I mean, boys younger and younger are hitting puberty where their voices are changing. I mean, hell, Coley's. What is Cole? Cole's 13, and his legs are every bit as hairy as mine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not
Last
got,
time
like,
I
chest hair or
saw
nothing, but
Cole, it had been like a while since I saw Cole, and I couldn't believe how tall he was. Clay,
Yeah.
I'm amazed at how tall Clay is.
Clay's taller than I am.
But
But my
yeah.
point is, as a parent, I don't care if you're at a water park or not. How could you let your kids dress the way? even not even at the water park, just seeing the way these kids are dressing these days.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. When you've got a grown man looking and going, wow, and then she turns around and you're like, oh my God. Because you feel like, whoa.
Like, oh damn, I just did something fucking very pedophilic.
Right.
Like, and without even knowing, like, without even trying to, like, you.
But the thing is, like, if that girl were, if she were older, we'll just say at least 21, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I could buy the girl a beer, is what I'm getting at. And she turned around, and I would have still been like, damn.
Yeah.
That girl, holy crap. I would have had my sunglasses on the whole time so that my girlfriend didn't see me looking in that direction. But when she turned around and I saw that she was, in fact, much younger than what I thought she was from behind,
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Well, you have a daughter, sir. She's quite young, but I mean, who knows what fucking kids will be wearing by the time she's of age to be doing
Burkas, I hope. It's my daughter.
burkas.
Hello. And welcome to...
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Well, I guess since you're here,
Pull up a chair. Stick around.
yeah, because we got a doozy of a show for you.
Anything you want to talk about?
Let us know in the comments.
Well, if they're here, why would they need to let us know in the comments?
Let us know and to our faces.
Yeah, that'd be the right direction.
You look like you're doing. Don't throw any gang signs up. We don't want to send the wrong message or get ourselves in trouble.
I don't know how to do the gang signs.
I'm pretty sure you just did like 3.
Well, I was trying to... I
And
know...
I'm pretty sure that's 1, 2. Stop it. But yeah. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
What's what do you want to start with? Get Game of Thrones out of the way?
No. I remembered what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
What's that?
Sex. And women.
Okay, cool.
And pissed off men. And how you can find just about anything on Google.
All right, so you gave us a little synopsis. We're all enthralled. Where would
All
you
right.
like to start, sir?
All right, let's go to Game of Thrones.
And that's
I'm
it?
just kidding.
That's all you have to say?
No, here's the thing. I keep feeling like I'm going to step on the dog.
Maybe you are.
Because
Hell.
he's right. Okay. So, okay. How do I want to start this?
You're
Because
just like Mom.
I need
Mom
to
does that
proceed
stuff,
with
too.
caution here. So I found out that there's a lot of men online that are searching for the exact same thing that I did a search for, which led to
Well, of
other things.
Oh, yeah?
I want to know. Well, I did a search online, which led me, like I said, to other searches online. And then I kind of got irritated because I noticed there's a lot of posts online from whether it's like magazine articles or whatever.
I'm just glad he's passed out.
Okay. So I did the search online, which led to other searches, and then it led to me getting even more frustrated about other things that I wasn't even searching in the first place.
Yes.
And the one thing that I noticed is there are a lot of articles and things online that talk about how men should be doing this in relationships and men should be doing that in relationships, and why aren't men doing this and
No,
that
there's
and
I've
all
seen
kinds
videos, too.
and all kinds of other things. But out of everything that I started reading and looking at, I noticed I wasn't finding a whole lot on why women shouldn't be doing this and women shouldn't, or women, why, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I noticed that there's not a lot of articles about things women should be doing in a relationship. It's all about men should be doing this
No.
and men should be doing that. Instead
I'm
of,
sure they're out there. It's just they're few and far between.
yeah, but you have to search like pages and pages of all the shit men are doing wrong to find one article about, hey, women, why don't you do this
Yeah.
to make your man happy? It's only the majority of it is, hey, men, you should be doing this to make your girl happy.
Yes.
Okay. That's...
And, like, I always see things like, what's wrong with this picture? And, like, the guy is standing on the inside of the sidewalk instead of the outside of the sidewalk, and the girl's on the outside of the sidewalk. Like he should be there to get hit by a car, or if somebody, like, tries to, like...
Oh, you mean,
something
like,
at
who's
him.
in which position?
Yeah, like when they're walking down the sidewalk and shit next to the road, and
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like...
Well,
I
don't...
I never even thought about that. Like, who thinks about a car just randomly plowing into them while they're walking down the street and shit? Like, I mean, I'm
Right.
sure I've thought about it, but
Well, when the day comes and you have children, you'll think about that more, because I always think
No, I
about
understand,
that,
but
like when I'm walking with
is
kids.
that really gonna make a difference? We're both still gonna get fucking slammed into a car,
Right,
But
right.
I guess she could survive. She has more of a chance of surviving if she's behind me. I understand why they're saying it. You know what I mean? I'm just
Right.
thinking, like, I never even like thought of that until I saw this shit on the internet.
Well, no, no, you're right. But
And, like, dudes used to put, like, their coats over top of puddles and shit. Like, you're going to ruin your fucking coat, so just walk around it.
Right?
Just walk the fuck around it.
yeah, that's never made much sense to me either. I've never understood that. But whatever.
Jesus.
Now, I found a lot of articles written about the things men should be doing in relationships. And I've given this a lot of thought.
Okay.
Because it really did hit me the wrong way. It may have just been the mood I was in when I was searching for the original thing I was searching for. And it might have just hit me the wrong way.
Just right place, right time.
Or wrong place, wrong time.
It
However you
depends
want
on
to
how
look
you
at it.
yeah.
But, and I got to thinking about why is it that men should be doing all of this stuff for women when a relationship is supposed to be an equal partnership? Now,
I see
I'm
what you're
sure that most of the people listening have already figured out that I was probably searching something to do with sex in a relationship. If you haven't figured that out by now.
saying. Yeah, it's come up quite a few times throughout the last 20 episodes.
And if you've heard some of my rants in previous episodes, you know that that's where I'm going with this. But
most likely.
I want to know why it's always up to the man to make the woman feel sexy, or make the woman feel comfortable, or make the woman feel this, or make the woman, or put a woman into this mood before you try anything, or make sure the woman is this, or make sure your woman is that. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you.
I mean, I kind of see what you're
Here's
saying.
the thing.
I don't quite understand.
I'm going to elaborate.
Please.
I got something on my hand.
After he gets his shit off his hand.
It would have driven me nuts every
Gonna
time I looked
elaborate.
at it if I didn't. But here's the thing. Relationships are a partnership. And I know when I
Very
mentioned
much.
this to you earlier, you had said the whole, what did you refer to it as? The whole women's liberation.
Oh, like gender equality and shit.
Gender equality.
Like, it seems like most feminists say don't even understand what equality really is.
Right. And you're absolutely right, because in relationships, it's supposed to be equal. If the woman wants something or needs something, yes, I agree that it is the man's job in that relationship to try and take care of that woman and her needs and her wants.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if a man wants something out of a relationship, whether it be sex, in my case, I really want a new guitar, or just whatever, whatever
You
it
want
is.
that out of the relationship?
No, I don't want that out of a relationship. I just wanted to throw that in
Damn
case,
it, bitch,
in case,
buy me a guitar.
in case my girlfriend decides to listen.
Christmas is coming up in a few months. In like
Surprise for me.
6 months.
Anyway, so relationships are
7.
a partnership, and if the woman in the relationship needs something or wants something and she can't get it on her own, it's the partner's job to help her do that. whether it be something physical or she just needs something done around the house or taking out the trash or fixing a doorknob or sex or fixing a doorknob.
You got a lot of broken doorknobs. Are you having sex with the doorknobs?
No.
Okay.
What I'm saying
I
is
saw a connection.
relationships are a partnership. You need to have equal responsibility in a relationship.
There's a couple of things I'd like to talk about, which they might be a little controversial, but this is what this is for, though.
So people love controversy.
Yeah.
Prince wrote a song about it. Shit. Controversy.
R.I.P. Prince.
Yes, rest in peace. You were the man. But yeah, what are these controversial topics you're speaking of?
Okay, so the first one I want to talk about, which I don't know if you want to talk about, we hadn't discussed it. When you sign on Facebook the last 2 weeks, when you get on Facebook, what do you see? What's the first thing you see all the time?
It's either some black guy got shot,
Correct.
or somebody's playing Pokemon Go.
Correct. This has to change. We have to stop this.
I think all these people that are getting shot and or shooting people need to just play Pokemon Go, and then all these people playing Pokemon Go just need to get shot. I'm just kidding.
That is awesome, and that is the best thing ever.
I'm just
That's
kidding.
what should happen.
I'll be the first one to admit that I actually have Pokemon Go installed on my phone. I think it's a very cool game. I think it's a cool concept. I think it's a cool idea. It's like you're actually a Pokemon trainer catching Pokemon in the real world. Thing is, I don't have that kind of fucking time or effort to put forth to a game that is on something that you're supposed to just fucking sit on your couch and fuck around with.
What? Well,
Kinda. I mean, it's mobile.
What a phone is they you can talk to people that aren't near you. Great invention. One of the best inventions ever.
Oh, no doubt.
And then they brought texting in. Another great invention.
Convenient as
You
hell.
don't have to talk to this person. Now you can just type to them.
Yep. And you can ignore them if you want to.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get your text.
Yeah.
But now you're catching Pokemon with it, which they already made a game. It's called Pokemon Snap. I don't even know am I saying Pokemon right, or is it Pokemon?
I don't know. I think it's Pokemon.
I didn't play that shit. I don't know. I don't have any problem with people playing it if you're under the age of 18.
Yeah.
If you are, like you said, you have real shit to do.
If you're over the age of 18, you have real shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Under 18, you pretty much have no purpose in life. But
No. Just to be your
but to
age.
grow up to you're 18 and hate life.
Yeah.
But yeah, to go back, I made a post on Facebook that you commented on, and I tried to break it down as simple as possible because that whole day, and I don't get me wrong, I understand Facebook is there to get your opinion out,
Yeah.
and I think it's a great tool. It's a great invention. I'm happy it's there.
Agreed.
But I don't need to read about all this stuff all the time.
No.
Like, I get it. People are frustrated. I get it that the world is a crazy place. But how many posts can you make before people just get tired of it?
No, I understand. But at the same time, I feel like it's going to pass just like everything else. Cavs won the championship. Oh, that's all you heard about for 2 weeks. I think his name is Alton Sterling. I don't know what it is.
I think it's
Gets shot.
yeah.
You hear about that for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. It's going to end eventually, you know what I mean? Until something else happens, you know? It's just the way it is. Star Wars comes out. You're going to hear about Star Wars for 2 weeks.
You're right. You're right.
Civil War comes out. You're going to hear about Marvel for 2 weeks. Like, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, and there's been so many things that make it 2 weeks that I don't even remember half of them. And
No, you forget. It's here today, gone tomorrow sort of deal, and in and out of your head.
But what I said on Facebook was, people that are breaking the law, stop doing it. Cops that are abusing their power, don't be a dick. Good people and good cops, keep doing what you're doing.
No.
And I got a lot of likes on it. Whatever. I didn't do it for likes. I just tried to get my point across. That like
As
you
simply as
posting all this stupid shit, like Black Lives Matter. Of course they do.
Yeah.
But we don't need it shoved down our throat. You're not doing anything. All you're doing is making it worse for everybody else.
Everybody's just perpetuating it. They're making it happen even more. And I mean, I understand people are outraged about stuff, which I'm outraged too. A lot of that shit is bullshit, but I think a lot of people jump to conclusions before most of the facts are even known about a lot of these things. I mean, I don't really follow it all that much, just because it's kind of a grim thing to follow.
It's terrible.
I mean, nobody wants this shit to happen, aside from maybe some of the people involved. But and I'm sure they're not all bad cops, you know what I mean? And they're just like they're not all criminals, but some of them are bad cops and some of them are criminals.
And go ahead.
Really, that's all I really had to say. Like, it's nothing new. It's just there's social networking now and live streaming.
Everybody has
a camera on their phone.
Back in the day, even 15 years ago, the camera we used for wrestling was on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's carrying that shit around. Everybody has phones now.
Yep.
Phones
and they're all in HD or close to
Yeah.
HD. Like you got a different angle for everything because this guy's doing it and that guy over there is doing it and 4 people behind you are doing it while you're doing it. Like it's.
And then you got some kid over in the corner playing Pokemon Go or whatever. And
I mean, the one guy who was shot in his car, shot 4 times in the arm, basically shot his arm off, and then he bled to death because of that artery right there. His girlfriend or fiance or whatever was live streaming it on Facebook, which a lot of people was like, how can you do that at a time like that? Like, how could you not? Especially in this day, like that's probably the smartest thing she could have done. They can't take that away from you. That's not there. That's permanently there. If anything else happened, it's right there to be seen. Like it's smart, and it was heartbreaking. I don't know if you saw that. But
no, I didn't watch that one. Is that the one with the guy was by the car?
He was in the car.
No,
they pulled him over.
One.
He said, I guess he said that he had, and I don't know all the details, but he said that he had a permit to carry, and he said he was getting his registration out of his wallet, or getting something out of his wallet. He wasn't even getting his gun. The guy just shot him in the arm 4 times. Like I said, I don't know all the details. Don't quote me on it.
But that's the thing. Nobody knows all the details. They only show. Not saying these guys were right, because they probably were wrong.
Yeah.
But nobody knows all the details. Like I mean, I don't. You don't.
No, and most of the details don't come out until way later.
Yeah.
Way after.
When people stop caring about
when
it.
people have already jumped to conclusions and put their fucking foot in their mouth. Like, but this guy had no. I guess the guy in New Orleans that was shot actually did have a criminal record and stuff like that. But the guy in the car,
It's clean.
was a fucking like school teacher or something, or did something like he was just a normal dude, no criminal background, nothing. And the thing that was heartbreaking is at the end of the video, there was like a 9-year-old kid or a 7-year-old kid or something in the background the whole time. This guy.
That's terrible. Just watch their dad die.
I don't know if it was
whatever.
his dad, but whoever, so that person that they knew really well, but the kid at the end was just like, it's okay, I'm here, and that shit was just like heartbreaking.
Ugh. See, I didn't watch that one.
But this dude is laying there dead, bleeding out, and the cop is still fucking pointing the gun at him the whole time. Like, I'm sure he's in shock. And
Put your hands behind your back. Like,
dude, I'm
dead.
not even capable of that. Yeah.
It's just a sad world that it's turning into, and it's scary to raise. I have a daughter, and it's scary to know that it's only going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
And I have to raise her through this, and it's like, she's only 3, so you don't have to explain anything to her. But in 10 years, you're going to have to. Like, this is what, you can't do this, and this is wrong. But
this is what happened. This is how it led to all this.
Yeah. And, it all. My biggest, I'm not upset that they're doing this. They're posting on Facebook. That's what it's there for, to voice your opinion. Mm-hmm. And we live in a great country that you can do that. You're allowed to do that. I'm hating how everything's turned into a race thing.
Yeah. The media is putting the people against each other.
And they're doing it on purpose.
Oh, no doubt. The social networking sites, every fucking news station, like, it's all just making it happen. it's just getting worse and worse because of all this shit. Because people are hearing this side of the story and this side of the story, and half this information isn't even true, or it's just speculation, or some dipshit said it and somebody
said it so somebody believes it.
Yeah, like it's
a snowball effect.
And all these videos you see are all of the very end of it. You don't see what led up to any of this. It's really hard what to think about any of this. Like, none of it really makes sense in the end. Like, it seems very simple, like you put it. Like, just stop. Like, how many? Like, do you remember growing up watching Cops on TV?
Yeah.
And how many times, like, the people would literally be walking away from the cop, telling them to go fuck themselves. Like, no, I'm not going. The resisting arrest to the fullest, and the cop is just following them with the gun, like, not shooting them, not doing. Like, what happened to that shit?
I don't know if it's always been this way. It's just now that people are able to capture it on film.
I mean, that stuff, like, they're not going to show you the bad shit on cops, obviously.
They're going to show you
they're going to show you the good cops, you know what I mean? Yeah, and like I said, the internet is unfiltered. People could put whatever the fuck they want out there, and they're going to put the truth out there if it bothers them, you know what I mean? The
whole thing about cops grouping everybody, like saying, you know, fuck all cops. Well, that's not fair. It's not fair to them. It's not. It's like saying fuck all white people, fuck all black. You can't do that because everybody's different, and you know, I have friends of all colors and very close friends, and you know, and it's like it's almost built. It's not building a tension between us, but it's like because I hang out, I see these people every day. I train with them.
Yeah,
I understand where they're coming from, but they. You know, you got some guys that are on board with, like, fuck the cops. They're, you know, and I don't know what these people are going through. So I don't, you know, their opinion is their opinion. But then I'm thinking, like, it's okay to be mad at a certain cop. It's okay to be mad at a certain criminal, but you can't lump all cops into this category.
Yeah, they're not all guilty by association. Like, that's like my brother committing a crime and I'm a fucking asshole too or something.
Yeah.
Or,
his brother committed a crime, so he's an asshole.
He's a fucking criminal as well.
Yeah, he's a criminal too. No, that's not how it works.
Like there's bad people and there's good people, and they're all different colors and races.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. It's you know, there's always going to be racist people, and as bad as it sounds, it's their right to be racist. But I don't agree with it.
I mean, racism is basically an opinion, and everybody has the right to opinion. It's just not all opinions are good opinions.
To keep it in their house.
Yeah, keep it to themselves. Don't let it hurt anybody.
Exactly. Don't let it affect anybody. If you want to have your protest, don't have it on a highway, shutting down the whole fucking highway because I have to get to work.
Yeah, no, that shit is ridiculous. And if you get hit by one of those people, those people are not responsible for that whatsoever.
Exactly.
You're on the highway. Like,
you're on the
most
highway.
Dangerous shit. Like, the only more dangerous place you could be is an even worse highway, like the Autobahn or some shit. Like
exactly. Like, what are you guys doing protesting? And then you got the other, you know, you see all these hate groups, mostly white guys, and it's like, keep that shit in your house because you're putting.
Or write a book or something. Or
do something.
Have a blog.
Yeah, make a
express
podcast.
yourself. Express your negative feelings in a way that we don't have to fucking know if we don't want to.
Stop marching down the street telling me what I should. No, just stop.
Yeah.
It shouldn't happen. You know, you got another thing. Another big thing that was on Facebook is the gun laws.
Yeah.
Some people say get rid of all guns. Some people say you should have 5,000 guns.
Really, the guns have nothing to do with it. It's the people involved with the guns.
The guns won't shoot. You can set a gun on a table, and I swear it won't kill one person.
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
The first time I put it in my hand, I have the power to kill somebody.
Yep.
So I believe people are allowed to have guns. I'm not against people that don't think that's their opinion. That's great.
Yeah.
But I also don't think people need to have 5,000 guns in their house.
No.
When they wrote the Constitution, they didn't think that we were going to have these high-powered rifles and all that, you know. So when
they wrote the Constitution, they were separating themselves from a fucking nation that was trying to control them. So when they wrote, "You have the right to bear arms," they were talking about you have the right to protect yourself from your government. That's what it's for. And everybody talks about how like that's the most ridiculous thing ever, as if Hitler never existed, or all this crazy like governments haven't been fucking terrible forever.
Since the start of government.
Like that's the most ridiculous thought ever. Like the government, they genuinely believe the government actually gives a shit about it.
No, they don't. That's what it all comes down to, really, is, and you don't have to agree with me. Nobody has to agree with me. It's not a war against white versus blacks versus Mexicans. No, it's us versus them.
Yep.
The government.
They are
them.
they are perpetuating this to separate us, to make us even so we will kill each other, so they don't have to kill us.
Yep. It's getting bad. It really is, and
it's obvious. Every time something like this happens, it just clicks in my mind. It's like, this is exactly what's supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody's just falling for it, and they're all perpetuating this dumbassery. You know what I mean? This ignorance.
It's somebody else's fault, but no, it's not. It's
all our faults because we're falling.
We're
for this
falling
bullshit.
for their problem. You know, their trick. They're sitting back going, "It's working, awesome."
Yeah, it was like, oh shit, this is easier than I thought. Yeah.
So they control all the media, they control all that shit, and it's like if this would have happened 2 years ago, I'd have been like, I don't give a shit. Who cares? But now I'm like, I'm getting a little bit older, and I'm looking and I'm saying, this ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. It's just pisses me off.
Well, something that struck me is Hillary Clinton was under investigation and was actually like going to trial for
the email thing.
Yeah. And it was all happening at the same time this shit was going down. Like,
isn't that kind of funny?
And it kind of just, almost like we kind of just glanced over it. We just skimmed right over the Hillary Clinton being a fucking lying criminal-ass bitch with our own community shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, nobody even...
Something that's bigger than Hillary Clinton. Like... They're making all the focus on this and saying
it's a distraction.
Oh yeah,
it's a distraction, just like everything else. Like dude. If you go back over, probably forever, if you think about it, at least for a long time. But if you go back over the last few years, every time there was like a natural disaster or some kind of crazy shit going on here, or I don't want the Confederate flag, and it's some dumb bullshit that like just seemed to come out of nowhere. Like, there was always something else that was happening, too. That was even a bigger deal than this. That more people should be outraged about that shit than this or that. Or Caitlyn Jenner becoming a chick.
That was fucking
like,
insane.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like, it's the first fucking person to have a sex change. Fucking A.